the magic behind recording has never changed. It's still a fantasy for me to put myself in a little booth with a little microphone in front of me and put the music and dim the lights. I'm in that song.
Wari bang isang pangarap sa piling mo ay nakanta sampanan namin sa tuwing gigising.
30 years ago, when I first wanted to become a singer, it was because I watched singing groups. My father was a singer. The Society of Seven was a singing group I grew up watching with my father in the group. I imagine myself as the 7 guys in that group. But it's always been a dream of mine to be a singer. And after failing and losing in so many singing contests in school, when I graduated high school, I joined a very big competition in California. And I was one of the very few Filipinos, if the only Filipino. And I won. And that was the deciding factor. I said, okay, I love this. I love this feeling. So 30 years ago, who knew I would become a recording artist more than anything else? But I knew I wanted to be a singer. The moment I was on that stage, people screaming, when my name was announced as the winner, it felt good. It felt like something I said, I could do this.
Someone's got it worse than you. I've heard all this before.
In my 3 decades as a singer, as a recording artist, I think I've had more failures and more misses than hits and successes. I think I am a success because of my failures. I remember my very first album turned gold in 6 weeks. Now that's really big, especially back in the 80s when records were made out of wax and they press it and one by one recycle the wax, and you know how it works. There were no CDs or MP3 players, nothing. You couldn't download anything. So that was a big deal for me. The second album after my first was my worst album because I tried to change myself so quickly. I wanted to become a rocker. Didn't work. No good. Don't do that again. So I went back to love songs and ballads, remaking songs. I remember the time when I was going through the worst part of my life, and I learned that going back in time and learning the songs that made me happy during those happier times turned me into a remake singer. I mean, I didn't know there was a market for it. Neither did PolyEast Records, my recording company then and now. They didn't know that there was such a big market, especially here in the Philippines, all over Asia for that matter, for remakes. So it became my new therapy to sing the songs during happier times. I think there's something to be learned there. When you're sad and depressed, think of a happy song. And it's usually something very, very old. So I didn't know, but in that part of my career, my recording career, I knew this is my niche, to bring back new life to old songs. I think the best part about being in the music industry as a singer, my music being love songs, my forte being love songs. I think the best part is the learning experiences. I know that sounds really corny, but I'm one singer who learns from other singers. I'm one singer who listens, tries to listen more than he talks. All in one breath, and then okay. I'm one singer who wants to learn and is always so anxious to learn something new, to reinvent himself. And the lessons and the repercussions after that, the consequences that follow my decisions, that's the fun part, the learning part. I think the secret to being in the business 30 years and over is to not believe the good and the bad write-ups. It's not to to be complacent and sit on your throne, as you know, you're awarded with these thrones. They call you the concert king and all of this. You're only as good as your last hit. And for someone in the business for as long as I've been there, I know that that happens not every single day of your life. So you have to really embrace the good songs and the bad, and you have to take it from there. I don't believe that I am what people say I am, both good and bad. I always strive to be better, different. I want to be unforgettable. I don't want to be forgotten about. And I think it's that drive that keeps me going musically as well. I listen, believe it or not, when in those really boring meetings we have in the recording companies, I really listen to what they're saying. When my bosses come to me with songs and they tell me how they think I should attack this song, I actually listen, which is really a rare trait for singers 30 years in the business and over. We usually do most of the talking. So I think that's what kept me in the game, is not knowing that I'm still in the game. It's important to always feel like it's your first day on the job, as opposed to, these are my slowly dying days. Here's my bucket list of, no. Believe that you're still in the game and you'll still be in the game. Every song I've chosen for, or that we've chosen for 3D, 3 decades, Martin Nievera, 3 decades, we tried to choose songs that show a little age in my voice, that show, hopefully, if there's such a thing in my vocabulary known as maturity, with the arrangements, with the way I attack the songs. We're a little bit more concerned with the depth of the song in this CD than we are in the past, because in the past we used to mass produce songs. I could do an album in a week, you know, because we know the song is a hit. Here we've taken at least 15 out of the 17 songs, and they're all brand new OPM hits, in my eyes anyway, in my hopeful eyes. But they're 15 brand new OPM songs, newly written just to add more magic to an already magical industry known as OPM. Of all the songs on the CD, I mean, they're all nice. I mean, they're all well written. But there's one song in the CD that I'm very proud of. I wrote it with Marvin Carrido. He did the music, I did the lyrics, and we both had the same thought, and that is the world that we know it today, with the ondoys and all the calamities in the world and how it's brought the world together, but always starting from a bad note. You see the guy passing in the street and you hear his or her story and you say, I'll pray for you. I mean, are we really praying?
Lend a hand, take a stand. I don't just say your prayers, leave it to the man. So what are you waiting for? Don't close an open door. Take less and give some more. You reap what you sow. Are we really praying?
Do we really mean what we say? And then let's say we do mean what we say. Are we really praying? Yes, we are. Is that all you're doing? Because I think even God needs a little help, you know? So in this particular song, it's probably the heaviest song in the CD because it does deal with a very delicate subject. People who preach but don't practice what they preach. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. So if you really say you're praying, you should really be praying. But that's not all you should be doing. The title of the song, Are We Really Praying? Marvin Carrido, and yours truly, Martin Nievera. So I'm really proud. I'm probably more proud of this CD than all the others because firstly, we're going to celebrate 30 years in the business without having to look back. Hey, let's remake this song. Hey, let's do this song in reggae. No. Let's just say today is the first day of the rest of my career and start with year 30 with 15 brand new songs. We have 3 teleserie songs in the album. Everything that everybody wants and has been dying for on Twitter and Facebook, you're gonna get it here.
Kailangan